Welcome to Deep Thought. Why I say, think on this. Now, often on this channel, sometimes on my other channels, when I end a podcast, I'll say, think on this. Why do I say that? Why do I use that term? And it was something I picked up. From a powerful poster back in the day. I can't say on what site because, me, him, and a group of other guys used to call some hack on this one message board. I even had a screen name that I use, which, trust me, it would make some people upset if I told them the screen name. It would, even though people didn't hear, no one, I seriously doubt anyone on here had seen the screen name before, but just the origin of it and everything, people would be like, Unc, I don't think I can listen to you anymore. Yeah, Rom had I'll just say a dark side to me back in the day. Yeah, but kids mellow you out, but I digress. But why do I say think on this? And like I said, because look, here's the thing, and especially on this channel, I want people to think about stuff. If y'all notice, I don't promote a spiritual path. I don't promote a philosophical path. I really don't. Only thing I promote, even when I say body game and, sovereignty, developing charisma, like on my men's channel, that's for everybody. That's regardless of your philosophy or whatever, however you want to live, even your gender or even your sexual preference. It's just a general thing. It's a nature thing. So, but, I don't want to be that person that because of what I say, you start following a certain spiritual path or a certain philosophical path. It's my belief that every single man and woman needs to work to find their own path. But when I say think on this, especially on this channel, I just want y'all to think. One of the things I'd rather people think, like I've said before, if you disagree with me on this channel, all I ask is you just explain yourself and you don't use a personal attack. Because it means you're thinking about it. And even if it disagrees with what I'm saying, it's not really a disagreement. It might seem that way. And some people say, well, with all respect. And, I appreciate that. But on this channel is strictly about people thinking about it. And see, you might say something, and I've had this even on my other channels, where somebody say, well, I got to respectfully disagree. I say this. And I'll be like, even if I disagree with them, it's a cool disagreement. It's a cool disagreement. And at worst is we got to agree to disagree. At best, though, it gives me another way of thinking. And at even better than that, I admire somebody just thinking about it. I do, because I don't know everything. And I like getting other perspectives. Somebody might see something and I'm not like, yeah, whatever. I give you an example. Now, I'm known on the, on my men's channel for teaching that thing called game. Right? Well, here's the irony. I wouldn't have agreed with that. I let it go, and I still think I'm just teaching a way of life. And I'll use the term because people are familiar with it. But years ago, I would have been like, please, ain't no game. This is just how you going to be. But then, because other people intelligently presented what they saw game as, I was like, you know what? That gave me something to think about. And even now, I just see it as strategy. So it gave me a different perspective on it. But that's because they presented their viewpoint in a certain way. And it showed they were thinking. And even with everything I was saying, no matter what I say, it's not like, oh, Rom said this. Rom said, let go of those illusions. Let go of those false beliefs. Take off that mask. I want you to think about why you doing it. I want you to think about why you doing it. I don't just want you to say, oh, okay, Uncle Rom said to take off the mask, so I'm going to do it. No, I want you to sit down and say, okay, Rom said take off that mask. Let me think on this. He said think on it anyway. Let me think on this. Okay, first you want to be thinking, do I actually have a mask? And then you might want to think, well, yeah, got it, but it helps me here, but then I can take it off here, which is real. I mean, life ain't simple where we can just say, oh, just remove the mask. Like I said, there's parts of my own mask I'm still working on removing. I removed a lot of it, but there's those pieces holding on for dear life. But I want you to just think about it. No matter what I say, think about it. And if you like I said, if you disagree with it after thinking about it, well, share it with me in a respectful manner, because then it gives me something else to think about. Because even if I don't initially disagree with it, I'll sit back and be like, okay, they saw it that way. Let me think on it then. I would actually think about it, as long as it's presented, as long as the disagreement or it's presented in a respectful way. Because you say, oh, Rom, you just all this and that. Click, I block. I block. Because that's not thinking, that's emotional too. But in fact, I love when somebody does that. Because even on my men's channel, I get some people see some stuff differently, and I'll heart the comment and even say, that's another way of looking at it. And it gave me another perspective. But they're thinking, because I'm going to tell you what, overall society, what we have a lot of just drones out here. We do. We have a lot of people, they either drones, they just follow along nice and happy, or they're zombies. They just out here. They're not thinking about what they're doing in life. They're not thinking. They're just following along, all happy. They take something in, or they just all emotional. That's not thought. Now, I know even the women got a part in them where they can think rationally. And it's not, like I said, it's not always about, one way is right, another way is wrong. It's just like, okay, because everybody has to think for themselves ultimately. Even if you follow a spiritual path, you still got to think, okay, why am I following this? And I actually respect people who follow whatever path, even no matter how different it is from mine. I respect them regardless of their path, as long as they following it because they consciously thought about what they were doing. And you have to do that with everything. Even, okay, like for example, I'm known for talking, telling men how to develop themselves, not just to get women, but in life, period. I don't care. All I've said, if y'all notice, what I've always said is don't take my word for anything. Do not take my word. Go out there and find out. I want you to think on it. Go think on it. Just don't follow it. Think, okay. Like the first thing you need to think about, regardless of what I talk about, is does it work for you? And if it doesn't, respectfully say, well, you know what, Rom, I've tried that. It don't really work for me. And I did this, this, and this. I say, okay, that's your style. Because all I'm doing is, look, I'm providing a blueprint no matter what, even for what I talk about on this channel. No matter what I do, even on my money channel, I'm giving some ideas, but what I want every single man and woman to do is to think on it and see, okay, how can I adjust this for myself? How can I do it? Even if somebody say, well, and let me use a relationship example again, because I know I talk about body game, but I got some guys on there whose words I respect very much. They say, Rom, that ain't me. And I'm like, okay, all right. I respect that. I love seeing their comments when they comment, because they're just like, yeah, okay, bro, we'll let you talk that body game. I ain't going to the gym, Rob. I got my ribs out on the barbecue, out on the grill, man. Forget you and all that. I still love you, man. But But look, I want y'all to think on, no matter what, even this, think on it. Think on it, no matter what. Every time you hear somebody's stuff, think on it. I don't care who. Like I say, if I don't have a problem saying, hey, look, think on what I'm saying, well, think on everybody, all right? So, you know how I'm going to end this. Think on this. Peace and blessings, y'all.